Hello everyone, I'm Lucas Fretz. I'm a media composer and sound designer, and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show you how I made a VST instrument in Kontakt to make sounds going from this to this. So I had this pretty big instrument hanging around my place for quite a few years now that I initially bought for a 7-episode long radio play in which I got the chance to make music for all of it. What I often do when I land a gig for a radio play is I buy an instrument that takes the role in defining the sound characteristics of a main character or even the overall mood. It wasn't really expensive and I always wanted one to play around with, so I just went ahead and bought it. It's a double bass. From that moment on, I called it the Beast. I am not a professional at playing this instrument at all, and in this and actually almost all cases that's the point. For me it's about exploring the instruments and the sounds they produce and just getting inspired by that. So this big thing was now hanging around my living room for most of the time, because that happens when you buy stuff for one project. But because of that big presence in my living room, I constantly had the urge somehow to do something more with it. So I thought, why don't I record and film the process of exploring its sounds and throw it on YouTube? So that's what I did. Oh, and why don't I also just make a Kontakt instrument out of the sounds and make them usable and inspiring for others? I mean, it's not the first time I made such an instrument, so this should be fun, right? Right? No, God! Just kidding, it actually was pretty fun, and I enjoyed almost every bit of it. I also thought about making a decent sampler version of it, but since the cinematic beast, by the way, that's what I call the virtual instrument of the instrument, it is programmed quite a bit complicated. I'm not sure if it is even possible with the state decent sampler is in right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but Dave Hilowitz, shout out to you, big fan. Or maybe any other person watching this, please contact me or comment down below if I'm in fact wrong, and maybe you would like to help me bring it to decent sampler as well. So I had these recordings hitting, scratching, and essentially abusing the instrument. The next step was simple but also very time-consuming. Editing and choosing the sounds I thought would fit the overall mood I get from the instrument itself, which I would categorize as pretty dark. Of course, I had to do some post-processing like denoising and light compression and limiting, and of course EQing to get rid of all the low frequencies this instrument comes with naturally. It seems that low frequencies build up quite a lot when layered, and that's what will happen in this instrument. So without a plan, I just threw some sounds into Kontakt, and after playing around with it for a while, I came up with the idea of how this whole thing is going to work. I figured that on their own, the sounds I produced don't really have the character such an instrument deserves, but layered, that's quite a difference. So I somehow needed to come up with a system to get as much combinations and somehow still be able to control the outcome at least a bit. After the whole programming thing and bug fixing, I had this system now that allowed me as a user to combine the sounds at random or manually. Now it was time to make things pretty. Designing the UI in Kontakt is not very straightforward, but hey, I got this far. It's not the time to give up now. So I made a background, placed some more controls in, and also integrated some visual feedback. And now it's time to wrap it up. It consists of 8 layers played simultaneously, and every layer can be muted or played in reverse. The dice on top can be used to randomly choose a sound per layer at once. So you can see these are the sounds. Per layer there are 28 sounds to choose from. It is also possible to choose them manually with these arrows. And on the left of the layer there is this lock. This works like a protector from the randomizer. So whenever the layer is locked, the random button doesn't have an effect on it. So we can try that out. Yes. On the right side we have a convolution reverb, which can be bypassed, a cutoff filter, and a simple attack and release. Now to the keyboard. There are 2 sections. On the left side you can see the yellow keys. With these you can trigger the randomizer directly from the key. The white key in the middle here is the original sound, whereas when you play the red keys, the sound gets pitched either up or down. To demonstrate this, I'll just play the white key. And now the lowest key possible, or the highest. And the randomizer . On the right side, you can find the green keys. These work as a voice selection shifter. They keep the pitched version played on red keys and step through the voices of the layers corresponding with the key pressed. So the first green key triggers the original chosen sound. For example, when layer 1 has sound 0 selected and I press the second green key on the keyboard, sound 1 will be played. This also will happen for all of the layers at once. Overall, I really enjoyed this project, and I hope to seeing you soon on the next one. I think I have some more instruments laying around. Anyway, if you're still around and found this video interesting, consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Also, if you're interested in the Cinematic Beast, you can get it with the link in the description. Hope to see you soon. Bye!